They said basically there's so many designers there at Figma. If this had gone through, they would have been millionaires. And then they would have spun off and created all the new different companies.
Talk about it. Have either one of you heard of the company Figma?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So they were looking
blocked.
at merging or getting purchased by Adobe,
Right.
And of course the news this week was that fell apart because EU and UK regulators were saying it wasn't going to pass the smell test on antitrust, and so Figma was given as a condition of the termination of the deal a $1 billion sorry about your luck deal.
They basically Conan'd Figma.
Kinda, yeah. So both parties are not happy about it. They really wanted this to go through, but I can't imagine that Figma is too broken up over it. Now they've got $1 billion free and clear dollars sitting in their pocket.
Yeah, and I don't know enough about the technology to speak specific to it, but from what I understand, they weren't specifically competing technologies. One is more for marketing collateral, as we all know. And then Figma was more of the creation side of the equation. But they figured that putting both of those parts together might make an unfair advantage. But my question, and I don't have the answer to this. I meant to look, but haven't gotten time to look at it. But I think Figma's a private company, right?
A private company. VC,
So their
VC
valuation must be through the roof, and I bet they probably kind of needed this in order to justify their valuation. So if it's a more than $1 billion company, that breakup fee is great, but that's just going to provide them so much runway to then have to grow on their own. So that's probably the downer for them, is that they knew that there were so many other people that would want to bundle. Like, look at all the, just realistically speaking, we look at Disney Plus and Paramount and all these people that aggregate these different things. This is just an aggregation tool. They already have clients that would want to pay one fee versus two, right?
Right.
So
I mean, Adobe's model is that they are absolutely, like, they've got a bunch of tools in their toolkit, Photoshop, and
Right.
and their video editing tools, and
When you're in the middle, you turn back and forth. You want to make sure you're...
yeah, gotcha.
I heard an interesting take on it. Someone complaining on Twitter, and what they said was, I forget when, but was it Apple bought somebody else? I forget the actual pitch, but they said basically there's so many designers there at Figma. If this had gone through, they would have been millionaires. And then they would have spun off and created all the new different companies. And so the guy was actually complaining that the antitrust stuff ruined us of a design-centric future, because now it's just going back to just a software place.
yeah.
Because there's second and third order effects. Just because a company does it doesn't mean they have it for forever. Like, how do you create new stuff? The government can't.
Hey, thanks for watching The Merge. We've got a ton more stuff for you to watch on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, everywhere. Check us out.